Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the better of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.
Manosphere in this bitch, and you know we getting lit. Getting money, getting fit, till we lean this fucking rich. We ain't taking no shit, we ain't chasing no chick. If she wanna like this lit, better get in where she fit. If the chick don't fit, then that hoe gotta go. We are number 8 to 1, so I got a lot of more. They can do what they want, they can say what they say, but they can't stop the rain. Manosphere's here to stay. Just started this year, rocking with Ramil Amir, one of the realest in the game, and this hustle off the chain. Yeah, we have our differences, but we all have those. But we have more things in common than the things that we oppose. Put the dough before the hoes, put yourself before the bros. Cop some real estate and gold, fuck the cars and the clothes. Shout out to MTR, that boy gon' be a star. If you think you need to see the PC deal with Shahrazad Ali, it was major, and the homie truly played his part. For me, shit like that is hard. I'm too motherfucking scarred, but I'll never be disbarred for this alpha law. I'm the truth, and my little bro Steph is cold, doing it for the youth. If you wanna stay the same, then just make one more excuse. I remember when he started, now your homie got the juice. Told him let the haters hate, that's a sign of your success. Finally gave y'all what y'all want, BOA, AMS. It was a long time coming, it was epic in a way. Top 2 alpha motherfuckers in the whole fucking space. Kicking ass, taking names since we showed up on the scene. 2 Alabama OGs getting money, riding Manosphere in this bitch, and you know we getting lit. Getting money, getting fit, till we lean this fucking rich. We ain't taking no shit, we ain't chasing no chick. If she wanna like this lit, better get in where she fit. If the chick don't fit, then that hoe gotta go. We are number 8 to 1, so I got a lot of more. They can do what they want, they can say what they say, but they can't stop the rain. Manosphere's here to stay. Peace to O'Shea Duke Jackson, the homie be bout action. It's obvious that helping others brings him satisfaction. In the Manosphere, all the good creators know, if you're small but you're good, he'll still bring you on his show. To the homie Kwame Brown, hope you keep doing your thing. You done locked in on your niche and just ran off with the game. Stay the same, never change. Famous haters come with fame. They don't hate you, they just flame, cause you made your own name. In my world, it's just one of me and some OGs. As far as this Manosphere, that's Black Ram 313. He's the first one that I heard even say similar words to the ones by which I live, and for that I gotta give flowers while the homie's still here. Never been MGTOW, never been red pill. I just keep it pimpin' with these hoes, still shopping still. If you hatin', then you fake. Manosphere gon' keep it real, and that's the deal.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
is where you transform into a man on a mission. Learning to not feel guilty about selfish decisions. You and your best self would be on a head-on collision. You will not be stopped by obstacles that's dropped by those who wanna see you fall, cause more wanna see you ball. You will be so focused, you won't get no peace at all, till you go from mud feet to walking on streets of gold. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Dr. B.O.A., the utmost alpha surgeon, helping you to become your most alpha version. Old and new you, this is where they will be merging. Get money today, so later you'll be spurging. Tell them haters you do not care what they say about you. Just get to live out to make them live without you. When your vision sprouts to living it from chasing it. When they say your name, just make sure they put some bass on it. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you.
Salute. What's good, homies? What's good? What's good? Had a good day today in the stock market, man. I see somebody said something about it, man. It's crazy, man. Lil Shout to put me up on AMC. I'm talking about $18, man. Put me up on AMC, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't really I ain't really trusted like I should have, man. So I ain't get as many numbers as I should have gotten. But I got enough to be satisfied with the outcome. Man, AMC just blasted through the roof today, man. So I'm waiting, man. Hopefully it won't be a free fall, man. When it tumble, it'll be a slow tumble, so I can still get out, man, and make out like a fat rat, man. But that AMC, man, it was a gamble, man. Lil Shot just told me, man, I'm telling you, do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. I mean, trust me. And I said, okay, cool. And man, it popped right off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she saw, but she saw something, man. So, I got her looking now, man, keeping her eyes on some other stuff, man. If she can keep coming like that, man, then shit, we gonna figure some things out, man. And then at the same time, man, I was telling guys, man, when Bitcoin was 40, I was telling guys, man, don't try to jump in on Bitcoin at 40 or 45, 50. Don't jump on like that, bro. It ain't gonna keep going. They're gonna jump in and start regulating. Guy was telling me they can't regulate it. They can't regulate it. Oh yes, they can. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, they can. That's one of the main reasons that they bumped Trump out of office, man, because he was ready to let that thing free fall. I mean, let it be the Wild Wild West for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They got their boy in there, man. He gonna clamp down on China already, clamping down on it. So, I just like to give guys information, man, based on what's really going on, man. So yeah, if you had gotten in on it, I was reading a story about a guy who got in on Bitcoin at $468, man, and he getting it. But I mean, anybody who got in, you can't get in at 48,000 and think you're gonna come up on it, man. It's too late. By the time the information goes public and they're pushing everybody to do it, it's too late. Everybody already made their money out of it. So yeah, man. People been selling AMC short, man. People been shorting AMC, and I hadn't even paid any attention to it, to be honest with you, man. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't something I wasn't on my radar. And but shout to put it on my radar, man. And with me, man, and that's why I tell you, man, only invest what you can afford to lose, so you could just make a move, so you could just take a chance, because it's risky anyway. So I was able to just take a risk. So let's get into it, man. Today, man, we're gonna change gears a little bit, man. We're gonna talk about the alpha principles that a man needs to apply to his life if he wants to become the most alpha version of himself, like truly become the most alpha version of you. These are the things you have to do, and and some of this is gonna play into the things I say. So when I say, okay, I don't pull in this, okay, I didn't put in that. Yeah, I mean, for me, I just didn't buy into crypto because I knew they were going to eventually regulate it. So once they start regulating it, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you know it's gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? That there are a bunch of people who were in it because it wasn't regulated, and once they start hearing whispers and now yells and shouts about regulation, man, it's gonna change the game altogether. So let's get into this, man. And my thing is, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't invest to pull out, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless it do something crazy. Like if I had gotten as much AMC as I wanted to, and then it jumped like this, I probably wouldn't have got out yet, but I'd have been watching it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Let's get to it, man. Now, as you see in the thumbnail, we got 3 elephants. We got 4 elephants in the room in the thumbnail. Shout out to the Green Label Gang. I see y'all in the building, man. There's y'all the only people in the building, man. We got it right this time. Shut that thing down before we started, man. Hornet, I see you in here. Warhammer, appreciate the $5 super sticker, bro. Chastain, BT, King Frost, see you, man. See the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate it. My homie coming too cold. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it. G, I see you, man. Reeves, what up? Markel, what up? Dimensions, I see you. Eddie Oliver, what's good? Chris, what up, man? Sin, I see you, homie. Sam, what up? Slab, what up? Dimension of Soul, what up? Quay, what's up, homie? Good to see you in the building, man. B Underwood, what up? Yesu, what's up, man? Donnell Davis, man, welcome to the Green Label Gang. Welcome to the Alpha Sphere, bro. Morph, what's good, man? We count down the days, man. June 19th, man, we gonna drop it. Primal, what's good? I see you, homie. King, what up? Quayshawn, I see you, man. Welcome to the Green Label Gang. Welcome to the Alpha family, bro. Chief, what's good, homie? God-fearing warrior, what up, what up? Young, I see you, homie. 1 million Buddhas, what up, Buddhas? Life to Will, what's up, man? Yeah, AMC, man. Yeah, it popped out, man. I don't know what made me listen to the broad, man, but she was so adamant about it. I felt her energy, man. I just felt like she knew something. Richard Cotton. So you see, I listened to her. JR Beats, what's up, man? King Will, what up? Macadocious, I see you, man. Future, what up? All right, man, let's go ahead and do it, man. So here's the thing, man. The first thing you have to do in order to change your life, the first step is self-reflection. When you realize you're not satisfied with your life, you have to reflect. You have to see, have you ever been satisfied with your life? Many men get to their late 20s, early 30s, even 40s, and realize, man, I am completely dissatisfied with my life. Completely dissatisfied. And so you have to reflect. You have to reflect back on your past, all the way back as far as you have to go to see if you have ever been satisfied with your life, been satisfied with your path, been satisfied with your journey, been satisfied with your direction, or have you just been lost all of these years? And there's nothing wrong with being lost, man. The majority of men are lost. The majority of men talk out of turn. The majority of men speak on things they know nothing about. The majority of men are oppositional to facts. They're oppositional to life. They're oppositional to things that mean take risks. They're oppositional to things that mean you don't do the norm. And that's okay, because we're raised in a society that tells you to do the norm. Go to school, get a job, make money, and if you want to do something else, do it that way. But here's the thing. There are just as many men who are successful without degrees as there are men successful with degrees. You see what I'm saying? And they like to say, well, eliminate the athletes and the entertainers. Why? That's their gift. The same way you have a gift that you can see, it levels the playing field for the opposition when you eliminate certain groups. Now, you'll never hear them say, okay, let's eliminate the guys who got Harvard Ivy League education, or let's eliminate the guys who got education from HBCUs. Let's eliminate. No, it's always to eliminate somebody on the other side who's making money without a degree. So you have to do self-reflection and see if you're living that life, because there are many men who have gone to college and they didn't want to, and there are many men who didn't go to college and they wanted to, and there are many men who are working in careers that they hate, and there are many men who are working in careers that they love. But you have to decide that on your own. You have to make that self-assessment. You have to self-reflect so you can self-assess, because you can't assess yourself from today. You have to go to the foundation of what made you who you are today. You wake up every day. Do you wake up with joy in your heart? Man, let me tell you something, brothers, and this real talk. I wake up every day, man, overjoyed to wake up. I wake up overjoyed to tackle the day, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sleep is depriving me of sun, man. Once the sun come up, I don't want to sleep anymore. If I'm dog tired, I may sleep to 7:30. Most times I'm up with the roosters, man. That's why I had to start scaling down my bedtime, man. Man, I was standing up to 2, 3 in the morning, man. Then waking up with the roosters. I like, man, I'm going to bed when the rooster go to bed. You understand what I'm saying? Like after this show, I'm gonna wind down, man. Then I'm out. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to hang out at this time of night. What I'm gonna do? Go to a club? Nah. So after self-reflection, you have to self-assess. And you have to be honest. You have to give yourself an honest assessment about where you are, where you want to be, and what you're doing to get to that point that you want to be. That's what you have to be honest about. That's exactly what you have to be honest about. Self-assessment is the most critical point in a man's life, because you have to strip yourself down to your very least compound and assess yourself from the true essence of who you are as a man. You have to really break yourself down, and you're gonna get some. Boy, you're gonna have to face the truth of who you are. You're gonna have to face the truth of who you are. Take all the cover off, take all of the clothes off, take all the money off, take all the jewelry off, take all of that off, and you're gonna have to assess yourself for who you truly are as a man. Because that's the only way you're gonna be able to determine how you're gonna develop yourself. And the next elephant is self-development. How are you going to develop yourself without knowing your foundation? You can only build on the proper foundation. You know what I'm saying? You can't build a house on the frame of on the chassis of an automobile. You can't build the frame. You can't build a car on the foundation of a home. You can't do that. You have to understand that your ability to self-development is based on proper self-reflection and honest self-assessment. Because without these three things, then you can't even get to the fourth elephant, self-actualization. Self-actualization comes from reflecting, properly assessing, honestly assessing, developing based on that assessment, that honest assessment, and self-actualization is built on that. At that point, then you can actualize and become what you want to be, who you want to be, and where you want to be. And these steps are necessary. No man can do it without these steps. Any man who's attained any level of success has gone through these steps: self-reflection, self-assessment, self-development, self-actualization. Every man has. You can't attain any level of success without these things. Virtually impossible. Virtually impossible. Big Zeke Thompson, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Salute, Zeke. Sam Puckett, appreciate the dub, man. Appreciate the dub, Sag. I'm greatly appreciative of you speaking the information I need to awaken the masculinity to win myself. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it. Jeremy Chastain, appreciate the super chat. I can't wait to get the Alpha Music and have my partners trying to get a dub of it. Take me back to the Frostwide days when I turn folks on to good music. Yeah, man. Do that, bro. Do that. Let them come to you, man. You feed them that. Feed it to them, bro. King by the bag. Appreciate the dime, so. Appreciate you, homie. So now let's get into the actual steps or rules, shall we say. Alpha rule number 1 is don't give a fuck what they say. It don't matter what they say. When I was on Ramil's podcast the other day, man, when I was on Ramil's show the other day, man, I said I would rather make $30,000 as an entrepreneur than to make $100,000 working for someone else. 100 dudes, man, just showed that they wear panties, and everybody was in their fit. Well, man, that don't make sense. You know, why would you do that? 100,000 is more than 30,000, and blah blah blah, and that ain't no freedom. You don't have time freedom. See, here's the thing about there's a certain group of men that prefer to do whatever they have to do to make money, and there's another group of men who are so rich with alpha energy, who are so rich with intestinal fortitude, who are so rich with integrity, who are so rich with masculinity, that a lot of the things that those guys need money to fill, we feel all of those things already. So we can take our time and plot our course. And here's the thing about starting at 30 bands. Your ass ain't just working. You ain't just got a business for 30 bands. Of course, you got a business plan. Of course, you're exerting. You're exerting that business plan. You are moving down the steps of that business plan. Of course, there are people around you, mainly women, who are assisting you in these things. There is someone taking care of this, someone taking care of that, someone taking care of that. But guys can't open their mind and see it that way. And you know what? As an alpha man, you just can't give a fuck. Like, I frankly don't give a fuck what anyone says about anything I say or anything I do. I just don't care. That's why I don't go on panels to debate. I'm not good at debating because I frankly don't give a shit what nobody says. And what I say is not an opinion, or what I say is not an argument. What I say is how I live my life. See, when you care about what people say, they can pull you into arguments about your points, about your life. If you can argue about what you say, it's not how you live, it's how you fucking feel. Men only argue about how they feel. And so to have a debate or a discussion with someone about how you live based on how they feel, that's, you just can't give a fuck because it'll pull you into feminine energy. All that shit is feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? If you care too much about what people say, and even if they're not saying something about you, even if they're saying something about themselves and you care too much about it, you'll find yourself always having something to say about what other people do or what other people believe or what other people think or what other people say. And if you're doing that, you're not on your path. Because on your path, there ain't a whole bunch of people talking to you on the way, man, about what the fuck they want to do. On your path, your voice is the only one you hear, unless you listen real closely and you hear the voice of God talking to you. Otherwise, you can't give a fuck what they say. You just can't. You can't give a fuck what they say. You simply can't. You know what I'm saying? I listen to very few content creators. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the manosphere sector goes, I listen to very few content creators. You can count them on one hand. Literally. You can count them on one hand. And leave the other hand balled up in the fist because you ain't going to need none of those fingers. It just don't make sense. Because you can't give a fuck what people say. See, my thing is, if you say anything negative toward me, I don't care about it. I just don't have the time to determine if that's your energy toward me or if you're just talking shit. I'm just going to assume that's your energy toward me, and I'm just going to push you over there to the side of people I don't fuck with because I ain't got time to worry about what you say. So I just have to tell myself that motherfucker there is a hater. That motherfucker there has no intention on seeing me be successful at anything I'm doing. So I just push them over there. If they probably don't care, it don't matter if they care. Everything you do in your life, you don't do it because people care. You do it to protect your investment in yourself. The majority of men don't know how to protect their investment in themselves. When you get drawn into some shit, this little kid, Lil Loaded, he didn't know how to protect his investment into himself. He put all this time, all these people put all this time into his rap career, and he was starting to make some noise. Had a gold single. I never even heard the song, but the song was gold. That's major to have a gold single as an independent artist. That's major, bro. He was well on his way. But he didn't remember or never learned how to protect his investment in himself. And the first step to doing that is not giving a fuck what they say. That's how you go into a room and make a difference in a room. Because you're probably going to be the only man in there just being who the fuck he is. And the other men in there who are being who the fuck they are probably came in with you. You see what I'm saying? So never give a fuck what they say, ever. Especially. Now don't give a fuck what men say, but damn sure don't care what women say. When women talk, man, I hear Charlie Brown teaching, man. I hear Charlie Brown teaching when women talk. I don't have discussions with women. I teach women. It don't matter who the fuck she is. She have a conversation with me, she finna learn because I'm a teacher. If we in the room, she is automatically a student of mine. If we having the discussion, she instantly becomes a student. There's nothing else she can be. Because I don't give a fuck what she got to say. You know what I'm saying? And I never have questions for women. Well, why you think this? Why you feel that way? Why you don't believe this? I don't give a shit. I've never asked a woman why she feel the way she feels. Because I don't give a shit. The second step, after not giving a fuck what they say, is do your shit your own way. The only way you could do your shit your own way is if you don't care what they say. You got to do your shit your own way. You understand what I'm saying? I do my shit my own way. If I prefer to make 30,000 as an entrepreneur and just keep building my business, cool. You can't tell me that, well, most entrepreneurs don't make it. I don't give a shit what most entrepreneurs do. I'm Dr. BOA. I don't care about none of the other stuff. You can't feed me in the defeatist mentality. Cause it sounds like Charlie Brown teacher. Wah 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 wah. You can't feed me any of your defeatist mentality. You can't feed me that. And let me tell you how wild this shit is, bro. And I'm gonna talk about a little bit more of this, then I'm gonna leave it alone. Motherfuckers in the chat, said, well, what are you? What are you, a YouTuber? Where you gonna leave your son, a YouTube channel? And one of the niggas who was saying it popped up in the chat and said, well, let me give you an example. If you get a degree and you go work for Google, you make $190,000 a year. I said, well, wait a minute. Ain't YouTube a fucking subsidiary of Google? Now I want you to see how slow and off-brand niggas are when they trying to exhibit their alpha energy because they can't exhibit that shit at home and they're trying to be masculine out in public because their old lady run them. Your example is Google. But you just got through talking like something wrong with me making money off YouTube. So wait a minute. It's better in this nigga's mind to have a job at Google and make $190,000 a year than it is to be an independent contractor working with Google, getting the lion's share of the money and make $190,000 a year. Y'all make that shit make sense to me, man. Somebody help it make sense to me. We're talking about the same company, but it's better. It's better. Listen, bro. Well, you know what? But Chris, let's just talk about YouTube. Let's just talk about YouTube since Google was the example. If Google is the parent company of YouTube, why does it make more sense to go and get $150,000 worth of debt to go and get a job making $190,000? And probably more than that, because we talking about STEM and tech and all of that. $150,000 to $200,000 in debt to go and get a job at Google than it makes to create content as an independent contractor and make $190,000 as an independent contractor with Google. Help me make this shit make sense, man. You see, that's why you can't give a fuck what they say, because motherfuckers just say stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. You gotta always do your shit your own way. And you just have to ignore what people say. You have to ignore what people say. Now I could have, if I would have cared what people say, man, I could have called my bank and did that shit Rick Ross did, man. I could have called my bank and then just played it live on air. Your available balance is and I could have just let it play and shut all that shit down. But what's the purpose in doing that? What's the purpose in doing that? You guys in the Alpha Sphere, I've showed you a couple of moves I've made. So y'all know I'm working with at least some tens of thousands. Y'all at least know that. So my thing is, when you listen to these guys, man, and that shit'll pull you off your path. It'll literally pull you off your path, man. That's why you have to ignore it. You have to ignore it. The homie Tef. You think Tef just giving me tracks for free? You know what I'm saying? You think he's taking his career and saying, okay, well, man, listen, I'll just work for free. Nah, he's an independent entrepreneur just like I am. So he provides a service and I pay him for it. Just everybody else in my life. My accountant provides a service. I pay her for it. My personal assistant, she provides a service. I pay her for it. She might provide some extra services, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I don't pay her for those. I'm talking about the service she provided, the business services she provide. You gotta do your shit your own way, man, because everybody gonna always have something to say. Everybody gonna always have something to say. You just gotta block that shit out. Like, who gives a shit what people say, man? Like, who cares what people say? You just gotta keep it moving, man. You just gotta keep. I know me. I'd rather make $30,000 at working for myself than to make $100,000 at a damn job. That's just me. All right, let me get these couple super chats, man. Adrian Bradford, appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Isaac O, appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Cool Rob, appreciate the $5 super chat. You giving game, man. You stood up. Salute to you, Rob. I know you was in there, man, represent. Salute to all the homies who was over there representing, man, supporting the Alphasphere, showing up. Oh, as far as the AMS thing, man, we chopped it up, man. It's been really hectic for us, man. So we're just gonna do an interview. He just gonna do an interview, man. He gonna interview me, and we just gonna post it up. We ain't gonna really do a live, man. 'Cause I go live too much, and Homer don't really like to go live, and I don't really like to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you to cram a whole bunch of lives together, man. Hell, I've been going live every day this week so far. This is my third live this week, and we're gonna do another one tomorrow. Maybe not Friday, but that's 4 lives this week. No, but then I got Afi tomorrow too, so I got 2 lives tomorrow. I got Afi tomorrow, I got BOA tomorrow, and I got King Ray Ray tomorrow. So we talking about a bunch of lives, man. So for me, that's cool. I think I can handle that. I just skipped somebody, man. No, I didn't. Let me see. B Ross, appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Justin H, appreciate the $5 super chat. When you're following divine most high, your moves don't need to be explained. Always be on self. That's it, man. They don't have to be explained. Your moves don't have to be explained. So, how do we do this? It takes strength to not give a fuck what they say. It takes strength to do shit your own way. How do you do that? Alpha rule number 3, always follow God. Always follow God. Always follow God. The homie Justin just mentioned it. When you're following the divine most high, your moves don't need to be explained. Always bet on self. When you're following the divine leadership and guidance of the most high, you don't have to explain. And here's the thing, you can't explain. You can't explain. You're functioning in a realm that's above your own mind and your own thought process. You understand? Listen, man. The young chick who told me about the stocks, man, she ain't never invested in nothing. She just hit me up and said, "You invest in stocks?" I said, "Yeah." Well, man, you should look into AMC. I'm telling you, it's gonna do something. It's gonna do something. And it didn't take a long, man, probably about 10 minutes of talking and explaining and what she been researching and all that. And man, I said, okay, cool. Gave her a couple of pointers about, what to look for when she researching, how deep her research should go. And man, I said, okay, cool. Who is that? Who is that moving in your life? You know how many men would have shunned that because of some preconceived notion they have? You got to always follow God, man. That's how you elevate in life. You elevate in life without having to go through the normal avenues that other men have to go through, because when you believe and trust in God, he gives you a different path. Is it going to be an easier path? No, I'm not saying the path is going to be easier, but it's going to be different. It's going to be done in a way that most men can't fathom, because they went the traditional way that they were taught, that they were told. They did something traditional way that they learned. They did, they dealt with women from traditional pattern. They dealt with this, they dealt with that from traditional perspective. See, when God works in your life, man, you just view life from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have that, well, what if my business fails? What if I know I'm on a mission that God wants me to be on, it can't fail. It can't fail. And that's the number one thing. We always follow God. And you know what that does? That separates us from men that don't follow God. Because men who don't follow God don't want no parts of a man who talks about God or mentions God or follows God or lives by the word of God. They don't want no parts of that. Alpha rule number 4. Never wife up no whore, man. Never. Never. She doesn't even have to be an active whore. But listen, how do you view a woman who has 3 children by 3 men, except as a woman who has had unprotected sex with at least 3 men? Unprotected sex with at least 3 men. And let me keep it a buck with you. I can promise you, if a woman has unprotected sex with 3 men, but she's been with 15 men, those 3 men aren't the only ones she's had unprotected sex with. And I'm not saying she's not even a whore because of the actions. She's a whore because of the effect that those actions have on her. They turn her into the Jezebel. Her spirit becomes Jezebel's spirit. What can you do with Jezebel's spirit? You can never wipe up a Jezebel, man. You can't. You wipe up a Jezebel, bro, it's over. No man should be wiping up a Jezebel around here, man. But guys do it all the time. Guys do it all the time. You can't be wiping up no Jezebel, bruh. Shy, appreciate the $10 super chat, man. Haven't caught it live in a while. I've been grinding for 25 units. Dropping out my tuition. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. FB, appreciate the super chat. Thanks, BOA, for the knowledge, brother. Salute to you, FB. Good to see you in the joint. Fud, man. What's good, homie? Appreciate the super chat. When you isolate yourself, people know you're trying to grow. The talk starts then. But c'est la vie. Yeah, that's it, man. The talk starts. Something wrong with you. Some weird with you. Something. No, I'm telling you, man, when you exist in your own realm, then people have an issue. Like something has got to be wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like people have asked about, you know, certain platforms, man. Yo, man, you gonna go on here? You been on here? Nope. You going? Nope. What if you get an invite? Nope. There's certain places I'm just not going. Just to be honest with you. There are certain places I'm just not going. Yo, man, I appreciate all the support on that the whatchamacallit vid, man. The cutie with the understanding of the alpha, man. I appreciate the support on that one, homies. That's real. So, you know, here's what we have to understand, man. Alpha rule number 4, never wife up no whore. That's a simple one. That's why the majority of us, if not all of us, are single. Because we understand the qualities that we want in a woman. We understand that. And if we don't find those qualities, then we don't have no woman. See, we're on a different path. We view life from a different perspective. We have different qualities and qualifications. See, there may be men who are richer externally, but those men aren't richer internally. And it ain't like we broke now. I ain't saying we the brokest men, but there are always going to be men who are richer externally. But internally, we the top of the totem pole. We're the top of the food chain when it comes to internal value. We are the top of the food chain. And that means something. Because when you're in a room full of people, nobody knows nobody else's bank account in there. We all valet parked outside. It's a black tie event. We all got on black ties. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of us got on tuxedos. We all dressed the same. It's a black tie event. At the very least, we all got on a black tie. So we suited and booted. Nobody knows. It's all speculation. Then you got to meet people and talk face to face. You got to deal with people. And that's when the internal value of a man shows up. You don't have to have any internal value online. You don't. Everything online is external. But when you're dealing with people in person, yeah, your internal value starts to show up and take precedence over everything else. Alpha rule number 5, avoid stress, and that'll keep you alive. Your goal is to stay alive. None of this matters if you don't take care of yourself. None of this matters if you're letting stress drive you crazy. And see, this goes back to self-assessment, self-reflection. You know if you're being stressed out. What are those things that's stressing you? Okay, if it's something you're doing, why the hell are you still doing it? If it's somebody you're around, why the hell are you still around them? If it's something you're not doing, why the hell aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing that thing? If you know you should be doing, why aren't you doing it? You should be doing it. If you know you shouldn't be doing it, stop. If you know they shouldn't be around you, get them from around you. If you know they should be around you, invite them. Avoid stress, stay alive, man. Avoid stress, stay alive. That's the goal of us all. Avoid stress, stay alive. If you want to die, live with a whole bunch of stress. Michael Ball, appreciate the $5 super chat, man. I'm going to say only taking a quick listen break to make salute player To the Most High. Respect for the bottom line game. You shared the other day via email. No doubt, bro. No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro, with the support. Cy Mugger, man. Appreciate the $20 super chat, bro. Keep rolling on these bangers. Just as far as the music. That's dude on the panel. There ain't nothing about hustling to double, triple business. Let the slave be slave while we get paid and nobody's in the way. Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. When guys talk about, man, it's so hard to triple your money in a business. Man, them niggas ain't never had no business. Like, if it's so, how you gonna talk about, I can't tell a man how hard it is to triple your money at a job. But I've known several people, many people with jobs, and I just know that the salary, as a matter of fact, I've had jobs. So I can say that. Man, you just can't, you're not gonna triple your salary in a year at a job. You have no potential to triple your salary in a year. You just have no potential to go from 100 bands to 300 bands in a year. But you definitely, you don't have potential to go from 30 bands to 90 bands in a year at a job. You may go from 30 to 50. Because here's the thing. If you're only making 30 bands, your ass ain't nowhere near upper management. They're not going to take your ass from where you are in a cubicle and make you upper management. There's some levels you got to fill before that, unless you know somebody. When we get to talking about who you know, not what you know, that's a different ball game. I'm talking about just based on what you know and your work ethic. No, bro, you're not gonna go from 30,000 to 90,000 in a fucking year. But there have been several businesses who have gone from 30,000 to 90,000 in a year, 30,000 to 100,000 in a year. Man, there have been guys who have been struggling with their business, got one contract. I know a guy right now, man, and this guy ain't even in America. I know this guy right now. I know another guy, a white guy. Man, started a vending business, man, from zero. He had one machine, doing $5 million a year now. Your ass ain't gonna never be at no job and start at 30,000 and make $5 million a year at that job. You could be there 20 years. If you start from 30, you're not gonna make $5 million at that job. You got to have that job and another job. Then you got to go somewhere else. Then you got to do all that. But that man with that business can turn his business into $5 million. You see what I'm saying? And the thing that we have to understand, man, is, it's just good that we don't get into no financial talk. You know what I'm saying? We don't get into no talk about paper. You know what I'm saying? We don't get into no big bank take little bank. Because the guys who talk like that, they ain't gonna never win big bank take little bank ever. I can promise you that. Because here's the thing: if you got paper as a legitimate job, like you really getting paper, you know some people that's getting paper in business. So you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those weird things, man, where that's why you can't worry about what people say, man. You got to keep doing your thing. You got to keep doing your thing. Listen, giving a fuck what people say is stress. Doing shit the way somebody else wants you to do is stress. Not following God is stress. Wifing up a whore is stress. So all of those things lead us to number 5. Avoid stress, stay alive. Number 6, don't get caught up in the mix. What I mean when I say don't get caught up in the mix? See, here's the thing. If 2 men have a problem, don't get mixed up in they shit. People be asking me all the time, man, what do you think about this? And what do you think about this? And man, people send me all the time. All the attacks on KS, they send me that. All the attacks on Kwame, they send me that. Bro, I ain't got a dog in that race. I'm not finna get in the middle of nobody's shit. I got my own life to live. Like, I ain't got time to be getting in the middle of nobody's shit. I don't pick sides with niggas, man. What I look like? The sides that I'm on, I don't have to pick them because you already know I'm on them. So you see me and my partners together, you already know whose side I'm on. I ain't got to pick no side. It don't matter who else you are. If this my partner, if you see me and my partners together, man, it don't matter who you are. Like, if you against them, then we against you, bro. Your ass is in trouble. I just don't have time for that because we're talking about grown men. So I don't get in the middle of nobody's shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna roll up on, man, listen, bro. If I had a sister and she with a dude, man, they were putting hands on her, I'm going to intervene one time. I'm going to get her, either put him out or get all her stuff, man, and bring her out. And if she go back, don't hit me up no more. Because then I'm in the mix. You get me caught up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I saw a video, man. Somebody shared this. It's been making the rounds. I think quite a few people have seen it. This chick that ran up, and the boyfriend she was with, she done pointed at her baby dad and said, yeah, that's the one. That's the one who would push me. That's the one who was doing this, blah, blah, blah. Man, dude just walked up to him in broad daylight, man, and shot him. The dude was standing in his doorway, man. Dude just walked up to him and shot him. Right there. Like, popped him quite a few times. I ain't finna get caught up in nobody mix, bro. I ain't gonna do nobody mix. I ain't caught up in nobody mix. If it's not my responsibility to protect you, I'm not getting caught up in your mix. I'm cool with two cats right now that don't like each other. I don't really know why they don't like each other. I kind of know, but I don't give a shit. Like, here's the thing. Unless we partners from way back, if we partners, you know what I'm saying? We done got money together, lost money together, did dirt together, and cleaned up money together, and did all those things. That's different. But I'm talking about, man, just like, I'm not finna get in the middle of nobody's shit, man. Like, I'm not finna be no mediator. I'm not finna be none of that shit. I'm not getting caught up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I got better shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like business and, mixing business and family. I'm not finna get caught up in the mix. I don't mix business with family. Family can't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Never. I don't give a fuck what kind of struggle you're going through. You can't work. I'll loan you some money. You can't work for me though. Hey, bro, man, go ahead and hook me up, man. Shit, man, I can do this right here. I know you can, bro. Man, go on, hook me up. I see what I can find for you. Man, I can do it for you. No, you can't. Man, I'm telling you, man. You let the money change you. Nah, nigga. You done let going to the penitentiary change you. I done let you go into the penitentiary change me. Nigga, your mind ain't right. You know what I'm saying? The streets keep calling you, homie, and I know eventually they're gonna call you back. And then if you working for me, my business gonna get mixed up. I'm gonna get caught up in the mix. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna put me in the mix, dog. If I get in the mix, I'm putting myself in the mix. I ain't finna get put in the mix by nobody, homie. Not me. So stay out of the mix, man. Don't let nobody put you in the mix. Cause motherfuckers will put you in the mix, man, to save themselves. You know what I'm saying? Anybody from the turf knows this, man. Motherfucker put you in the mix to save themselves. You know how many niggas got snitched on by their partners, man? You know what I'm saying? I know niggas, man, been robbed by their partner. I know niggas got robbed by their brother. You know what I'm saying? I seen nigga beat his mama up and take her money, man. Of course, man, that dude was a fiend, man. So that's different. You know what I'm saying? That nigga got a problem. He need to be institutionalized. But still, I've seen it. I just don't think there's any reason for a man to do that. If you got some shit in your life, we need to do that, man, then something wrong with you. You don't get no sympathy from me, but don't get caught up in the mix. Alpha rule number 7, and this is a big one. Life on earth should be heaven, man. All that live and struggle and trials and tribulations and live a tough life and be persecuted and all that bullshit. Hey, man, that ain't what my God told me. My God told me if I live by the statutes and commandments, man, I'm going to be blessed. And he has proven his word to me. You live by those statutes and commandments, man, you're going to be blessed. And so I do it. You know why I do it? Because he has proven that if I do it, he going to show up and show out, man. And so I do it. Life on earth should be heaven, man. We should be living a wonderful life. We should be happy as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? We should be happy as hell. And that's one of the reasons I pull back from listening to niggas' content, man. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing. I don't care what you say. But I'm not going to support you, man, if you throw shots at me. I can't support that. Now you throw one shot at me and now I don't support none of your content. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't make no difference before, but I guarantee you make a little different for those guys now. I can promise you it'll make a little different. But everybody that I don't deal with, man, as far as this content shit goes, man, it was them. They did it. You know what I'm saying? They created this dynamic. Everybody in real life that I done cut off, man, they created that dynamic. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with them because they created that dynamic. I didn't say, hey, man, I think I should stop dealing with you for GP. Nah, man, they crossed some lines, man, and kept doing sucker shit, so I had to fall back. Big Reese, appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate the 25 super chat, man. Soaking these facts, man. Salute to you, big bro. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you being in the joint. So when you think about it, man, because that's your peace of mind. Life on earth should be heaven, man. What's heaven? What they talk about when they talk about heaven? Peace. Not having no worries, no concerns, man. Not having no stress. You could create that right now. You create a version of that right now. Man, we don't have to be stressed. We don't have to. Listen, even with money, man, we don't have to look at money from a long term. We don't have to look at making money from a long term perspective. At a certain point, you can have enough money to make your money make itself, to make your money work for you. This whole work till you die stuff, now at some point, man, you get to the point where your money works for you. Yeah, you still do things, but when it comes to money, your money works for you. If a man go hard for 10 years, I don't care what point you at right now, you could be 20, 30, 40, 50, go hard for 10 years, man, and do nothing but go as hard as you can, get as much money as you can, and live frugal. Don't buy shit. You know, guys talk about, man, you got to have something to show. You got to have this big, pretty house, and you got to have all these cars. Man, let me tell you something. I know plenty of paid white men, plenty of paid Asian men, plenty of paid Hispanic men. Know they drive pickup trucks. None of them have any foreign vehicles. None of them have any exotic whips. That's nigga shit. It's nigga shit to go buy Lamborghinis because you got a little money. Here's the thing. You live in America. What the hell you going to do with a car with 200 on the dash? You get a ticket for going 80. A speeding ticket. You get a reckless driving ticket for going 90 in a 70. What the hell you paying $200,000 for a car with 200 on the dash and you can't even drive 150? You can't drive 120. You drive 120 in a car, man, I guarantee you, man, if the cops ain't around, somebody going to call the cops and tell them. Man, somebody flying down the interstate. I've seen it happen too many times. And then how you going to drive 120, 130 when everybody else doing 70? You can't even have fun driving like that. And most people ain't in no place, man, where they, I mean, you could be somewhere where you hop on the expressway, man. You know what I'm saying? You can hop on the expressway, say like in ATL or somewhere like that. You can hop on the expressway, man, and make a good move. You know what I'm saying? But how far you going to go on that? Is it worth spending $250,000 on a whip? That's nigga shit. Nobody does that shit. Like, think about it. Whenever you see somebody, man, riding in something clean with some wheels on it, who the fuck is it? Now, you have young white boys that might do it, young SA. You go out to California or out West Texas, them boys got them low riders and all that, man. But them things make money for them, man. They put them things in car shows, man. Win $16, $20, $25, $30,000, man, for winning a car show. And then for them, it's cultural. For us, man, buying no goddamn Lamborghinis ain't cultural. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't cultural. Like, we have to understand that when we think about the only rich men who do shit like that is niggas. Nobody else does it. And the only rich men who go broke is niggas. The only men who can be millionaires 1 year and be broke in 5 years is niggas. I ain't never met another nationality of man who can be worth 5 million 1 year and 5 years later be broke. I've never known a man from another nationality who made 33 million in 1 year like MC Hammer did back in the day and went broke. I'm telling you, bro, you look at hockey players. Hockey players don't make 50 million in their career and then go broke. Baseball players, they don't make 100 million in their career and then 100 million in their career and then go broke. The only people who get rich and go broke are niggas. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck about that. That's just the way it is. Let's be real. Let's be real. And I guarantee you, a fancy car don't make your life feel like heaven on earth. You know what make your life feel heaven on earth? Not having a financial concern. Looking 10 years down the line and say, you know, if I do this right, I will never have another financial concern a day in my life. And it don't take a whole lot of money. Here's the thing, man. And I heard CGA say this, and I agree with him 100%. If you take a man that's broke and give him 10 bands, 10 bands is life-altering money for a man who got 10 cents. It's life-altering money. 20 bands is real life. 30 bands, give a broke man with a plan 30 bands. And I bet he flip it to 150. See, here's the thing that people don't understand. Niggas don't understand supply and demand. If you got some supply that motherfuckers demanded, you can flip any business. You can scale any business. You can literally scale any business. If you have a supply and it's in demand, you can scale any business. And the crazy thing, niggas work a job that's scaling all the time. The business that they work for is scaling all the time, but they don't think, it's just crazy to me, man. No, niggas don't be buying nothing. Like nothing. I mean, don't really make a difference with their money at all. It's a selfish endeavor for most black men to get money. They get money, they buy stuff, and then they buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't diversify. Money is not meant for you to go buy and trick off on shit with. Can you not buy yourself something nice? Yes, you can buy yourself something nice. But when you buy yourself something nice, that shit still has to be practical. You can't buy something nice that's impractical, because then it's just it's what I call a nice nasty purchase. It's a dumb purchase. And you just can't afford to make dumb purchases when you don't know how long the money gonna come. You gotta make that money turn into a workhorse for you. Because the way you're making money could change or drop at any time. So the money you make, your goal has to be to grow it. That's how you make your life a heaven on earth. When you know this year you made 350 and you took 150 and turned it into 350. So technically speaking, you made 6. Think about it, man. No, when you start getting it, man, listen, man, when you start really, really touching some paper, life looks different. You know what I'm saying? Life looks different. And the pull of buying shit is gonna come to you. I'm telling any man who ain't really got to no paper yet, the moment you start really getting to paper, see, when you look at something, you be like, man, damn, that costs $10,000, man. That's a lot. And you gotta like figure out, man, how you do this. You gotta wait till you file your taxes to get it. But when you look at something that costs $10,000 and you be like, man, I can write a check for that shit right now, man, and it wouldn't even hurt me. It becomes easy to blow money. That's why you have to stay focused. That's why you have to not give a fuck about what they say. You can't worry about what people saying you ought to buy, what you ought to drive, what you ought to have. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I know when you only know black folk with money, then your perspective on on what's practical is gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? When you know other nationalities of people with money, then you don't view shit the same way. You understand that frugality doesn't mean don't have anything. It means purchase the most practical item that you need for that particular thing. I know guys, man, they're millionaires, man, 20 times over. They will not go buy a brand new car. They're not going to do it. Even now, nigga be buying 2015, 2016 models. But they understand what cars hold values and what cars don't hold value. And they go buy them, pay cash for them, no car note, bam, there's the car. Still in good condition, sometimes still under warranty. But they don't buy brand new cars. I know guys, man, in real estate, man, that remember before the pandemic, man, were building 20 homes a year. Building 20 homes a year. Wouldn't even build or buy a new home for themselves. Bought an older home with good bones and room for expansion. You see what I'm saying? Like when you get into dealing with other nationalities of men, you start to understand why niggas always stay at the bottom. Because they don't handle money the way we handle it. They understand that the money ain't gonna always come the way it does, and they also understand that you want to be working your ass out, trying to make the money when in your 60s and 70s. They also understand that. So I'm telling you, man, we have to understand that you can't get caught up in the mix worrying about what other people are doing until you assess a bunch of different types of people. A bunch of different people from different backgrounds, from different walks of life, different nationalities, different cultural backgrounds. You have to understand what the people who are successful are doing to become and maintain that level of success. And we don't do that. We too busy trying to impress one another with stuff. Too busy trying to impress. Man, we're the only ones, man, who get paid, man, start going buying gold chains and shit. Like, we're grown men and we still live in hip hop culture. Like, a nigga can make $5 million and his ass still out here compete with rappers and shit. Nigga get $5 million and start dressing like a rapper. Who does that shit? Like, we're more than just fucking hip hop culture, man. Like, we don't have to present ourselves in hip hop culture no matter what level we make it to. That's why other nationalities of men are always in control of shit. No matter how much money we make, they're still in control of stuff. As long as the music industry's been around, man, there have been no major black conglomerates, man, who make all this money who have started a distribution network for independent artists. For major artists who don't want to be in a deal anymore. It took, now it had to come, it didn't come about until the internet started to pop off. Guess who ain't controlling that? You guessed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we have to start looking at life from a different perspective than we've been looking at it. Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. And I don't know about any other men, but we're not pleased with the overall results that we've got in this society as black men. So I don't knock the guys who say, man, forget y'all. I'm going to go over here and do my own thing. Ain't no help for y'all. I don't knock them because there ain't no help. It looks like there is no help for black men in this society, man, as far as doing the right thing and building what we need to build. We don't even build. How are we going to worry about infrastructure? We don't even build a personal infrastructure in our lives. You'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised how many black men don't have a measly 10 bands to their name. You'll be surprised how many black men drive nice cars, wear nice clothes, and don't have 10 bands to their name. 10 bands. I know poor people, man, who got 10,000 back on their taxes. Of course, it's gone as soon as they get it. But I want y'all to think about how many men can't write a check for 10 bands. Been living in the world, man, 25, 35, 40 years and can't write a check for 10 bands. And that's a sad state to be in, man. Sad state to be in. And, when you think about that, man, it's not even anything that's funny. It's a travesty. It's really a travesty. So, and here's the thing. When you hear black women talk, those black women who have dealt with men in other nationalities, I can see why they come back with a negative outlook on us, bro. Because when I deal with those men in business, I'm going to be honest with you, I prefer to deal with them in business. I prefer to deal with other nationalities of men when it comes to business because they are about their business. They don't take pride in the money. They take pride in the business. They want the business relationships to flourish. They're not going to do some extra dirt to try to make a couple of extra dollars because they understand long term they can make more money by building a wonderful rapport with those people who pay them for their service. I have listen, now I have had some problem where a white man may act like he don't want to do business with me. Well, hey, I don't know if we're going to have time to do that or, oh no, and Billy Bob, who normally does it in here, he broke his finger and he ain't going, so we might have to call you back. I've seen that, but I've never had them straight up just try to get the fuck over on me, try to dishonor a contract that we have in writing. Never had them, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, bro. And I'm not saying they don't do it. I'm saying that when I have those issues, I'm dealing with folks who look like me. Anytime I've had an issue where somebody tried to do bad business, just straight up bad business, it was somebody who looked just like me. And that's a travesty. It's a travesty, man. We look at each other and say, man, well, we should be doing this. We should be doing this. You can't do that, man. You really just can't do it, bro. And that just it is a sad state, bro, but it's reality. Nobody ever said reality was going to be a source of happiness. It's reality. Alpha rule number 8. And this is another thing that I've gathered from doing business with men of other nationalities. Make sure your team eats off your plate. Let's y'all to give me one more stock tip like that and it pop off. Man, I'm gonna start paying her a broker's fee. You understand? Every time she make one pop off, man, I'm gonna cut her a percentage. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? To keep her doing that right there. And the more the bigger it gets, she gonna get a bigger percentage. Like her percentage is gonna be a percentage. So however big it is, her percentage is gonna be that. Man, you gotta make sure your team eats off your plate. And to have a team, you gotta not try to fuck every woman that you meet. But you gotta have a team, man. You gotta make sure your team eats off your plate. Not the crumbs when you're done eating. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat the steak and then give your team the bone, let them fight over the bone. You can't let them do that. You gotta feed your team. You gotta make sure your team is eating off your plate. Because technically speaking, all that food that's on your plate wasn't on there when you were doing it without a team. Wasn't on there when you were doing it without a team. With AD hurt, the Lakers look like trash. With him and LeBron on the court together, you understand team concept. And the crazy thing, we watch all this team sports, and then we act like we don't understand, man. You got to make sure your team eats off your plate, man. You have to. Your team got to be fed. And I follow. I keep up with Gucci, man. He from Bessemer, man. He from Bama, so. He does a very good job, man, of taking care of his artists. Very good job. Wonderful job taking care of his artists. He ain't trying to eat all the money off of them. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to eat all their money. It's kind of like me, man. If I sign an artist, man, I wouldn't take their publishing. They wrote the shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll make my money back that I invested in the project, but but I'm gonna make that off sales, whatever units are moved, and I may have to tip into another other thing, kind of make my money back. But and I want some profit too. But man, I'm not want to hit an artist publishing. That's dumb. That don't make no sense, bro. You have to keep in mind, man, that we have to take charge of our lives, and all of these steps are the way that you become the most alpha version of yourself. These are those steps. And one step you didn't hear me put in here, you didn't hear me say nothing about having no broad on your team. Because it don't take no broad to become the most alpha version of yourself. As a matter of fact, most men who fall off the path to become the most alpha version of themselves is because they fell in love with a woman. And me, if you see me with a woman, you ain't got to worry about it. Because I ain't going to love her. I'm going to put her to work, and I'm going to enjoy and appreciate what she does. But loving her, it ain't going to happen. When you love a woman, you're going to give a fuck about what they say. That was rule number one. You can't give a fuck about what they say. That's including the woman. When you love a woman, you're not going to do your shit your own way. Rule number two is do your shit your own way. No, you're going to incorporate her into some of the ways you do shit. When you love a woman, say never wife up no whore. Here's the thing. What if she your hoe? You still wifed up a whore, right? She might be yours, but what'd you do? And technically speaking, if you turn her out, man, once you turn a woman out, she turned out. And not just for you, she turned out. These are things men just have to accept. When you get with a woman, you can't avoid stress and stay alive. You can't, man. The most stressful thing in the world is a relationship. Don't get caught up in the mix. A woman gonna get you caught up in the mix at some point. At some point. Too many stories about taking care of somebody else's child, a woman lying to you and telling you it's your child, your woman sleeping with your homie, a woman's taking money from you, woman going to court lying on you. Woman, it's too many ways to get caught up in the mix. Life on earth ain't gonna be heaven if you love a woman. Boy, you love a woman, man, life on earth gonna be hell. I'm telling you. And make sure your team eat off your plate. Man, you can't do that if you got a woman, man. She gonna be trying to, well, you pay them this, you won't even give me no red bottoms. Man, let me tell you something, bro. I wouldn't even deal with a woman who wear red bottom shoes. Honestly, if a woman is willing, if I give a woman 10 bands and she willing to go buy a Birkin bag with it, any woman who would go spend that much on a bag is an idiot. I wouldn't do it. So, you have to self-reflect, self-assess, develop yourself, and then self-actualization comes, and those are the steps that you use to do it. So, man, I appreciate everybody being in the building, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all in here too long, man. I just want to come in, and let's keep it in mind, man. Never give a fuck what they say, because haters gonna hate regardless. Mod Squad, Appreciate y'all being in the joint. All the homies. Green Label Gang. Alpha Sphere. Salute. Got a cold piece of content coming up for y'all tomorrow, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and finish editing that joint now and put it up. See y'all tomorrow on the King Ray Ray channel. 12 noon Central Standard Time. I'll be on Afi Kingdom's channel. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be back on the BOA channel. 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. Can y'all say that brother working? Can y'all say that brother working? And y'all look out for, me and the homie project, me and the homie Teflon Dunn project, man. The main project, Pimp Perspective 101. And y'all be looking out for that, man. And that's coming after the mixtape. The mixtape coming on Juneteenth. We'll come behind that with the actual project. So me and Tef can get to this money, man. I appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate everything. And this is me and Tef joint. Me and Tef got 2 joints on the mixtape. And one of them is going to be a single on the mixtape, man. But we'll see. But this one is one of my faves, man. This is one of the first ones I did with Tef, man. When I knew that me and his brother right here finna do a lot of work. Swarthy. Appreciate you being in the joint, though, man. Let's head on out of here, homies. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Peace.
Teflon, you a fool for this one.
This beat got Teflon on it.
It's for all my homies out here getting to the money, dealing with haters. Yeah.
I'm the alpha done, dotted I. Little life ain't even gotta try. I just do, and I'm just trying to get my M's up until the motherfuckers build up and make moves. I don't fuck with them new niggas. I just ride solo or kick it with my crew, and I don't fuck with them randoms if she ain't really got a hand on what I do. And I know that your bra wanna get with me, and you mad, but don't hate the player of the game, cause she said she ain't have a man. When I ask, man, I'm just trying to live a long life, long money, long beard, and get my bitches long wood. But haters don't wanna see you shine when they still trapped in the darkness, but it's all good. Funny how haters don't hate till you come up. They show you mad love, and then they start hating soon as you come up. Hard to be happy for you when their life sucks. They see you shining, and it reminds them they ain't grinding. I recall once upon a time when a hater said that it wouldn't work. I couldn't stop, but the same lames complained about how a nigga changed up on them. Now that I'm on top, when you're down on bottom, everybody is your friend, but they turn to frenemies when you rise up. Keep your chest out, head held high, blessings fall from above, so you better keep your eyes up.
When you come up in this world, you have to keep one thing in mind. Most people on bottom with you won't see you on top because they got left behind. That's just how it is. True enough, these are gonna be your biggest haters and detractors, but they're non-factors. While you reap the rewards of being true to yourself and your grind, you'll realize that most of these fake friends were just bad actors. Very bad actors.
Funny how haters don't hate till you come up. They show you mad love, and then they start hating soon as you come up. Hard to be happy for you when their life sucks. They see you shining, and it reminds them they ain't grinding.